gon' let you stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting.
Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Jim. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Charlie.
Lock now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check. Ready.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try the left side. Moore. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. On 2nd down, it's Moore. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. On 1st and 10, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being...
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
From the 41, Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Let's go. 60 or.
57 to Mike. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
Slam, slam, slam. Back, gone. Set, go. He's coming. Protein spill.
Jack.
Look at me. Go, shoot.
On 2nd and 9, Locke eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Smooth. Recon, 132 fighter.
It's our time. It's our time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Hey, Zoo.
57's Mike. Switch up. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
57. 6'6", pull it high.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Lock. He's going to take off with it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, Delta.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Hey!
Let's put that team on the bus.
Check.
You're out. Get it.
3rd and 2. Lock's going to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many
three-syllable word.
syllables, yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check safety.
80 weapon. Hey, rock it. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
They're running it.
Run, defense.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Down. 30 base.
Mike is 59. Mike's at 59.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
61. Matchbox lights.
Switch.
Hey, orbit.
Mike.
Now.
59.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From midfield, here's Locke. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Lamb. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Locke now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Go.
Locke now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. It was the linebacker Devin White there to knock it away. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before half for Locke. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll keep it on the ground. Moore. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
On third down, it's Moore. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get him, you got him.
Now a give, right side. Moore. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 54 yards. First and goal at the 9-yard
line. Like 20. Check 53's Mike. Here we go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down now, it's Moore. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
180. 4 down.
Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, You can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Set up. 70, Indy.
Be a long day for you.
5.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Ready. 8, read.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Zipper. Hey.
50 seconds to Mike. Hey.
Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Hey. High 7.
57. Mike, 57.
Leo.
Slam.
Get it.
Locke to throw for it on 4th. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Moore. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Super one.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
12.
Hey, let's get this.
Shift.
55's Mike, guys. 55. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Gong. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
57's the mic. Army.
57. Mike, 57.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
Hey, Alpha. Keep gripping.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Locke now, 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Kill. Shit. Switch.
Topper.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Mike, 57.
Your trash.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
What? 180.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
He don't want it.
Hey, kill. Here we go.
SOS.
Watch the safety creep. Check.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Los Angeles, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Time to bring the bass burn. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She won't bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a fine in. Straight money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray